Namaste. 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 I know my purple's gone from my hair. Every time I wash it, it goes back to hag hair. Anyway, unless I decide to put my purple back in, or myself, or it's like purple and black, or go back to the lady that I really liked her, so I might go back to her. Anyhow, who has time with all the doctor's appointments? So, namaste everybody. I just wanted to touch base with you guys. We've been gone all day. Devin had the pulmonologist today, right? So it was really freezing earlier today. Now it's nice and warm, so can't wait to open the pool. But I don't even know when we could do that. Okay, so this is what happened. Early this morning, Devin was calling up about his medicine, because when I went to pick up his medicine, Eliquis, he has to take twice a day for his blood clot in his heart. They told me it was $700 and something. In other words, his paperwork was not in. They weren't accepting whatever paperwork you need. That Social Security or Medicare, whatever we have, was not kicking in. And he does, as of April 1st, have Medicare, right? So, so he was like on the phone with all these different people. I was trying to get some sleep, because everybody knows I don't go to sleep early. I tried to go a little bit earlier last night, but then I heard him. He was very upset because he was making all these phone calls, and they were telling him they don't have him down, and they would have to reapply the money, and like the pharmacy's only going to keep the medicine for, I think, 8 days or less. Then they send it back. So he doesn't want to spend $700 on it. He should be covered. So he called up the cardiologist. The cardiologist said, I can give you some pills to hold you over. But like I said, he needs 2 a day. 1 in the morning, 1 at night, in addition to all the other medicine he takes. So then they said, well, the pharmacy could give you 14 pills for $100 and something. And I was like, well, Dev. And he's like, I don't want to do that either. I go, no, Dev, if we have to do that, you have to have your medicine. Sorry, my hair looks like a witch. But, yeah, so he was like, well, you know, I'm trying to work it out. And I was like, no, you can't. Like, he goes, maybe I could just go down to 1 pill. And like, he seems to think that when he has the AFib procedure done on the 14th of April, that he doesn't have to take that medicine anymore. But I'm pretty sure he does. I'm pretty sure he does have to take it, so that no other blood clots emerge. And if they do emerge, you know, he doesn't have a stroke. Anyway, I'm not even sure about that procedure. I don't know if he has to stop taking his meds. That's another question we have. I don't think he has to stop taking his meds before, but like, I don't know. We don't seem to get any answers. But so I kept trying to fall back to sleep. He was making all these phone calls. Then he decides to go to the post office by himself. And I was going to go. I'm not trying to baby him. But the thing is, when your spouse, your soulmate, has a blood clot in their heart, and I took off of work so that I can help him. You know, like, we could pull up to the store and I run in and I stay on the line. I have no problem with that. But he was like, I don't want to make you do everything for me like a slave. You're already doing a lot for me. Cooking, cleaning, doing everything. So I wanted to go to the store and do it on my own. So he goes to the UPS store, and something he wanted to send back, they didn't do it there. They said you have to go to the regular post office. So he goes to the regular post office, and you know what happens there. You wait online for really, really long time. I have black pants on today, guys. You like my pants? I have pants in a long time. I like my pants. Okay. Because it was cold this morning. So I'm in my alien outfit. Okay. Anyhow. So, it's okay, guys. It's okay. Yeah, so we go to the heart doctor. So he's online, and he's like, he could hardly breathe, and he starts to sweat, and he, feel his heart is like skipping beats, and I could tell now, he feels it now, because, now that he lost weight, his back hurts him less, but he's still having the breathing problem, and it's not from his lungs. It's because of the heart blood clot and the AFib. So if they go and do this procedure on the 14th, which is what, next Monday, I have to drive him back home because they're going to give him propofol or something that makes him sleepy, but it's okay. I'll try to be strong. Okay. It's just a little bit far away for me, and I'm not secure with it, but that's okay. I have to do it. I mean, I drove to Brooklyn from Staten Island for 5 years, so I could do this. It's actually not that far away, but it's just, I don't know. Anyhow, so we go to the lung doctor. He comes home, he picks me up, he tells me the whole saga. And meanwhile, they mailed him the cards, but the cards are the wrong cards. And so that's not going to help. So he was like, we got to go to 2 places. We got to go to pick up medicine from the cardiologist. That's a different building. I said, fine, I'll go in wherever it is. I pick it up for you. And the doctor was nice enough to give him, I think, 41 pills. 41 pills, I think. So that's good for what, 20 days? Anyhow, so we got that. We go to the pulmonologist, and the pulmonologist is like, your oxygen is great. And we're like, we check it every day, a couple of times a day. He has that finger thing. His blood pressure was great, too. And she goes, she listened to his heart. She was like, whoa, yeah, your heart is racing. Your heart is going fast. It's skipping all over the place. And he goes, yeah, I can feel it this time. And she was like, yeah, I came to visit you in the hospital, and I was worried about you. But in the hospital, they were giving him Ativan and Xanax. And, like, he doesn't take that unless he's having, like, chest pains and, like, is, totally anxiety attack. And so they were giving it to him, like, twice a day. And that's why he was, like, in a fetal position. And he wasn't breathing good at all. But now that, he's off of that and they stopped doing that, his lungs started to work. It's not his lungs, it's the blood clot in his heart. Sorry if this is depressing, but I'm just trying to do a video so that a lot of people ask me, how's Devin doing? How was this appointment? How was that appointment? And I figured, let me do it in a video. This way everybody could watch it, and then I don't have to say a whole bunch of stories. But anyhow, so she said the good news is that your lungs are good. But she did want him to have a sleep study, which he said, I don't want to do that right now. I sleep fine. She goes, really? Do you wake up a lot? And he goes, well, I wake up to go to the bathroom. But I don't have any headache or problem breathing when I'm sleeping. And he really doesn't, since he lost the weight. He doesn't. I have more of a problem, probably because I'm fat. Okay. I have a mirror and a scale, so you don't have to tell me something I don't know. But anyway, that's why I'm at my best when I sleep on the couch, but then I do go into the bed, and Devin has like 4 pillows, and I have like 3, but I can't sleep with them that high. Anyhow, so she said the bad news is you definitely have to get the AFib. Sometimes it doesn't work the first time, but hopefully they could do it to you. If they see that you still have the heart clot, they're not going to do it. You have to wait, because until the blood clot is gone. So until that point, he's going to continue having trouble breathing. Just see how I'm walking? Just in my backyard. Look. From here to from here, right? If Devin did this, he'd be out of breath. How many steps was that? When Devin goes from the house to the mailbox, he's out of breath. So she was like, yeah, it's going to stay like that when you're in AFib. So, he doesn't need oxygen. His oxygen's at like 97. Matter of getting the AFib under control. And, he's watching his carbs, and I'm watching it too. Like everything that he eats, he looks at the carbs now. Lots of vegetables, but he does have meat. We did manage to go to Cheddar's for late lunch, early dinner, and he wanted to get the salmon and the shrimp with a New Orleans type of sauce. So that was a little bit of a stretch, but like now he'll watch. That's it. He said like he's done with eating, because that was the treat. Anyway, I got a salad and potato soup. Of course, I didn't finish it, but anyhow, it was nice to go out, and one of the waitresses was a parent of a kid that I used to have in a school, and I recognized her. So it was nice. We were talking to her, so that was really nice. And I hope everybody's doing good. My sister Susan, please put prayers up. She had Mohs surgery. She has skin cancer, and she had Mohs surgery done on her hand. And if anybody else knows out there that has skin cancer, I think there's a few people that I talked to that have it. Could you let me know? Because she's a teacher. Actually, she's a para in New Jersey. And could you apply for disability? Because we were looking into it, me and Devin were looking into it, because she has like special ed, and she has to change the kids' diapers on occasion and take them out for recess, and she's in the sun. Could she apply for disability? She's 63. Does anybody know anything about that? She's in a lot of pain. She has a lot of stitches. The hand, she doesn't even know how many stitches she had. And this is her third surgery. It might even be a 4th. But when she lived in England, I flew out there because she had to get Mohs surgery on the side of her face. It's a 7-layer surgery. They have to go down the 7 layers of the skin. And it's so painful. And I flew out there, and I stayed with her and her kids. I flew out there with Thomas, and that was 2012. Then when she moved here to Jersey, she had to get, I know she had to maybe get a smaller surgery, but then she had to get a bigger surgery right here on the forehead. And it was like a big, huge X. I think she had 75 stitches then. So, when she had to get the hand surgery, they called her in, and like she just went to the doctor, they looked at it, and then they called her back and said, you got to get the surgery stat. So, if anybody knows anything about disability, let me know, okay? And also just prayers up. Anybody who needs prayers up. So please continue prayers for Devin, and I sincerely appreciate it. I know that people have had prayers up for him, and that's why he's doing so well. Prayers up for my sister Susan. My sister Christine is doing better too. She's continuing with chemo, and she's doing better. So, in case you asked me and I didn't answer, I'm very sorry. But prayers up for everybody out there that needs it. Love you guys. Namaste. I gotta go feed the dogs. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi. How are you? Are you my best friend? You missed me today? This is actually from Susan. My sister Susan. And this one, Devin bought. And the horse Bill was here. Okay, guys, you ready for dinner? You ready for dinner? You want dinner? You want dinner? You want supper? You want supper? Okay. Oh, no, I didn't tell you to go in. He's sneaking in.
No,
He's looking at you.
no,
He's worried about you.
no.
Why you say no? Want dinner? Look at this big pedestal Casper has now. He has a pedestal. I'm so sorry about that burp. Who did that burp? Snoopy, you do the burp. Did you just do a burp?